How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Ice Revolver's King Gaming channel. Now, I want to talk about armored warfare today. This is a tank-based shooter similar to World of Tanks or War Thunder. If you guys have ever played those, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have. Um, it does have different classes as those two tank-based shooters or those two games, and it has the PvP, which their PvP also is much like um, World of Tanks 15 versus 15. Also brings accessories such as camo or different camo for different weather types and ammo types, different ammo types. Also has crew members like World of Tanks that you got various skills for that affect the tank that you're driving in. You also get tank bonuses, tank upgrades. They also have clans, but then in this game it's called battalions. Um, but along with the PvP mode, they also have a PvE mode, player versus environment mode. Now in this player versus environment mode, there's 5 players, and you can choose from 3 difficulties: easy, medium, and hard. But you can't, and I think it's more. I think there's an extreme too. But you can't even play the hard mode unless you have at least a tier 5 tank. Otherwise, you have to play easy or medium because the AI opponents will be too difficult. Now you do have primary and secondary objectives when you do play PvE mode, and these all just goes into your bonuses and your credits that you get at the end of the game. The opponents, once I stated earlier, are AI enemy tanks who are a lot similar to players. Every so often I come across one or a couple that does something out of the ordinary, like just being in the middle in the open and just surrounded by us, and I have no reason why he just drove in like the middle of us. But for the most part, they're pretty smart. It's pretty player based. I'm not sure if they use ghost tanks maybe from various players or from their own experiences of them playing the game. But I do see a lot of them shooting at my weak points, um, taking advantage of the environment, taking cover when I'm shooting at them or when they're getting shot at or taking miss damage. So they're very player-esque on the battlefield. But that's like the general layout of the game as a whole. But now I'll discuss the garage in detail. It's changed in this latest update in the past week or two. I'll do a separate video on a entire garage breakdown. There's some things different. But what I really want to talk about in this video is the new game mode, Global Operations. Global Operations is in itself a PvP 15 versus 15 game mode, but it's similar to a couple first-person shooters that I play, so I see it in the game when I'm playing it, or when I'm playing this particular mode. And by no count is that a negative thing. The things that they use, I'm not sure if they just inspired to put them in there, or if they actually took them from these 2 games. But the 2 games I want to mention is Battlefield and Call of Duty, which is weird when you think about it because this is a tank game, not a first-person shooter. But the things that they have or that's similar are very useful and nice to have in this game. So, as far as the Battlefield similarities go, it's similar to their conquest mode. Global operations is similar to Battlefield's conquest mode. Whereas they do have a ticket countdown when the game starts from 2800 on down. And you have 3 points, I think, at the beginning: 1, 2, and 3, kind of like capture the flag or domination. And you want to hold these points, and the more points you have, of course, the more tickets count down for the other team. Um, and then every now and again you do get, or you do win battle packs or something similar to battle packs where you open them and you get different bonuses for your tank for a match, whether it's credit increase or reputation increase, which is like experience in the World of Tanks. What I do love about this game mode though is after the first set, which is like I said, 3 points. After the first set are gone, they do have like a time limit. They randomize of where they spawn next, and it might not be three, it might be 4 or 5 or whatever. But they randomize where they're going to spawn, so you just can't always die and come back and not go to that same spot. Or any tank is, oh, I'll find this little cubby hole and I can try to snipe if I'm a tank destroyer and snipe from this same spot the entire time. You can't do that here. Um, so that's real nice. Now, as far as the Call of Duty comparison, this game has, well, this game mode has actual kill streak. It's a stealth bomber. Now, when the points start randomizing, I think it normally pops up in the middle. I could be mistaken. I've only played a few matches of this game mode so far, but it seems to spawn in the middle. But there's a stealth bomber, and you capture it as if it is a domination point. When you capture it, your team gets a stealth bomber that actually, and I'm not sure if it's any particular person because I've seen it set in different ways. I'm not sure. Maybe it's random. Maybe it goes to whatever areas more populated with the enemy tanks. I haven't personally been on the point yet when we've captured it to tell you, but I've seen it go in different patterns or drop its load in different patterns. But the stealth bomber comes onto the battlefield, drops a low ton of fucking ridiculous bombs, missiles, whatever you want to call them. And if you hit, you're dead automatically. You and whoever's around you is dead automatically. I'm trying to, excuse me if I'm kind of rushing. I'm trying to go into detail, but the game is getting ready to start. And I want you to just witness a couple things, and I'll just talk about them here and there. I really want the gameplay to be the focus of this video. But yeah, so that kill streak is what I'll compare to Call of Duty. It's not something that you can pick at the beginning of a match. It just pops up and it happens. So far, it's the only one I've seen. Maybe they're adding more or different ones when it comes to different levels. But so far, the stealth bomber is the only kill streak I've seen. This game also has weather changes. And I don't mean as in like World of Tanks. You either on a desert map or you on a winter map. Here you can be in the desert and all of a sudden a sandstorm will appear. And it completely obscures your vision. Very hard to see. I love that about the game. What else I want to talk about? Now the map size are large in this game mode. It's larger in the other game modes in the play versus environment, but in this particular game mode, they are a very nice size. Not only will you deal with the enemy players, but they also have enemy AI lieutenants, which show up on the map as gold. You see them popping up right now. We're blue, and the enemy AI tank or lieutenant tanks are gold. That's very nice. They kind of like guards, slow you down, so no one can really just rush to a point. You have to deal with them kind of first before you can get to a point. And that goes the same thing on both sides. Right now they're dealing with our enemy AI opponent. Another one I want to talk about is you see these on the left side. They're like sentry, concrete sentry points. Now this game also has what I call environmental points. They're like strategic points that you won't necessarily need to capture, but you'll want to capture them. One of them is a UAV. You can actually get a UAV in this game, and it works great. the enemy tanks are not being spotted, it will, and you can pick where you want the UAV to go. It'll just circle though. And then you got these sentries, which are those, I'm just driving past them now. They actually shoot like heavy armed rockets when the enemy get too close to them. And then you have vehicle repair areas if you take too much damage. And you can get out of a fight or back out of a battle. If you can get to these repair areas, you actually repair your vehicle and then get back into the fight. Now, one thing I love about this is you can destroy the UAV. You actually shoot the UAV out of the sky. You can destroy the sentry, and you can take an opponent's vehicle repair area and make it your own. So those are the key things I want you guys to know in this video. It won't be too long, probably like 15 minutes or so. Right now I'm trying to help my friend, not my friend, but get him. I'm trying to help my teammate out. He has a few tanks around him. I'm looking for the weak point. Now, when you're aiming at a tank, this doesn't go for this particular mode, but this goes for the game in general. You have a crosshair in the middle of your circular crosshair. And if it's red when you put it on the tank, when you hover over a tank, if it's red, it won't go through. You can't penetrate that point. If it's yellow, you have a chance to penetrate it. If it's green, it's certified that it will penetrate. Tanks are built very similar to water tanks, where you can ricochet a lot. Like armor does count in this game, which is another thing I love. As you see, a lot of things in the environment are destructible. Once again, Battlefield X. I'm getting hit by artillery. They were pissing me off this game, or at least in this particular spot I was in. I missed that fucking shot. I hated myself for missing that. And he's taking down a chunk of my damage. Also in a later video, I will break down certain things that you're seeing on the map and certain things that you're seeing in my left bottom corner. That's my tank crew and accessories. Because there's a lot going on there. Also, that would like to explain. Oh yeah, hit the motel again. Now, what you just seen with that smoke, at first I thought it was somebody giving them cover. So I realized, like, this is a tank game. And it hit me that the guy used, some tanks can get it's an upgrade called smoke. They can kind of obscure themselves from vision for a while. He hit smoke on me. And he kind of like disappeared like a ninja. I thought I had the high ground. I thought I had him. He got me. That son of a bitch got me. Now, I'm picking where I want to spawn. They seem weak on that side. I see the points changing, so I pick you go in the middle. I'm waiting to respawn. Here we go. As you see, you were invulnerable for the first about 15 seconds after spawning into the game. I think that's a feature that's mainly toward artillery. Because as you see even on the enemy team, you can see their spawn points. And if you're artillery, you would think, oh well, I can just spawn here. You can't do that. And I think that's what that invulnerability is for when you first spawn in the game.
Secure the runway and hold position until we call for backup.
You see that? Beautiful.
Well
Beautiful.
done. We can shut those
They're going to
valves
a
off
point that's being captured.
Drone ready to deploy. Drone underway.
on the game.
Deploy drone to the marked look.
It's at,
I see your marker, sir.
at 4,
Enemy
capture point
spotted.
4.
Transmitting coordinates. Watch out, they have ATT set up.
See, I think that they end up capturing a sentry that hit me in my ass end. Took about 1,000 fucking my HP points. That's why I turned to get out of the D range. Again, the red points are there, blue are ours and my teammates, and then the gold are their AI lieutenants, enemy lieutenants. It's like this. I'm waiting for them to show up. Light tanks are in this game are very dangerous. Not only because of the speed, which they do have a lot of speed in this game, but they have a lot of rounds in their turret. A lot of rounds in their turret. And I'm backing back, and there's a guy on my right side, as you see. He's a heavy tank. Right there.
Up.
But this guy's not coming behind me, so I want to take him out.
Black company, infantry crew on site to guard the location and provide with ammo. Stop them from filling the dry dock.
And we're trying to capture this point, or I'm trying to assist my teammate in capturing this point. And also, if you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. Any questions about the game or this particular game mode, or just anything you would like to know or want to talk about. Now, I've been playing it for a few weeks. Once again, this is not my video. I'm not sure if I said this earlier. This is not my first video I've recorded, but this is the first one I will upload, just because it just had a big update that changed a lot of things. I think things I would have talked about in previous videos, it kind of would have made them irrelevant. So I kind of just want to start fresh as of now with this video. Maybe I'll upload the other video later at a later time. It's just a let's play video. But once again, a lot of things I would have talked about in those videos are either changed drastically in this game or no longer in this game. So now I'm going to capture point 6. They have about a teammate. I see it's almost captured, so I'm going to turn around.
Good job taking the hangar.
The white markers on the board are other capture points that's available.
Incoming TRF forces, they want these bunkers.
I don't know what the hell that was. It kind of caught me off guard. I had to stop to look. I thought it was a shooting star at first. I thought it was like a nuke coming down. At one point in time, I'm going to shoot at it just oh, there you go. And we're going to move forward. I see that there's a sentry point to my right that no one seems to be going for, so I turn to go forward. As you see, there's a dust storm coming.
Identify. Tank ready to deploy. Drone underway. Deploy drone to the marked look. I see your marker, sir. Drone deployed. Enemy spotted. Transmitting coordinates.
That was an enemy AI lieutenant.
Company, hold position. Black company, take out those samples. We can send in air support.
That's an enemy light tank.
We've
That's a player tank. He's red. He's red. See? And I see I'm in a bad situation at the moment. Like I had a teammate come up to assist me in that.
Sights up.
I can only take 203, my last of my hit points. So I'm trying to stay back out of sight, but also assist my teammate.
Strike ready on your command.
Before I can lock on to his ass, he got me. That's up there. There's the stealth bomber. That was the stealth bomber that he heard. Didn't get to see, but you heard, and he saw some of the destruction. That was in. So once again, there's a lot of things I left out of this. There's just a few things I really want to touch on this game mode. Once again, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, leave them in the comment box. I will do more of these videos. I will make this a weekly thing for this particular franchise. I really like this game, and I hope more people get to experience it and play it along with me. So leave a like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Let me know what I could do better. I'll see you guys later.